So 60% keyboards have become more and more popular in recent years, and chances are, if you're looking for a new keyboard these days, you probably are coming across a lot of them from brands like Razer with their Huntsman Mini and Corsair with the K65 Mini, a lot of minis going on, and even Ducky, just to name a few of the big brands that are making small keyboards these days. But this form factor has been popular for many years in custom keyboard land for a multitude of reasons. And if you're completely new to this, you probably are wondering who would want a keyboard with less keys, or if you're further along, how do you even use certain functions that you no longer have a key for? But most people are wondering, can you make the switch with minimal hassle? Well, thanks to Razer and their Huntsman Mini that they so kindly provided for me to do this test, my answer after 6 months on a small keyboard is you can make the switch. But you probably shouldn't. And if you want my quick 2 cents on the Huntsman Mini, it's exactly the same keyboard as the Huntsman Tournament Edition, just 60%. I'll leave links to the Huntsman TE in the description and all the way up there as well. It also benefits greatly from the mods that I did to the Huntsman TE. It's exactly the same process. I'll leave my guide in the description as well. And just don't get the clicky switches. Do yourself a favor. They're not great. They're loud and pingy, and I can't recommend them. I have mine with the red linear switches from the Huntsman TE that you can swap between a click keyboard like Razer sent me with the red switches from the Huntsman TE. If for whatever reason you have 2 Huntsmans with different switches, you can replace them. They aren't exactly hot swappable, and you can only swap between Razer Optomechanicals, but that works. But back to the video. First, let's talk advantages, and the biggest one is desk space. The amount of space you claim back from going from a normal full-size keyboard with a numpad is absolutely massive. You can easily double the amount of space that you have available for your mouse to move, so no more hitting the side of the keyboard when you have to do a big movement in game. Everything just feels so spacious, and to be honest, I don't see myself ever going back to a full keyboard. The second biggest advantage is portability, and if you're someone that brings your keyboard on the go, a 60% keyboard will fit inside most backpacks without any problems. And if you want some comparison, it's barely bigger than the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. The third advantage is compatibility, and it's not a general thing, but most of the 60% boards have a standard layout. This Huntsman Mini, for example, is compatible with most keycap sets, so you can easily change the keycaps in the future if you want to change the look of the board, whilst a lot of larger keyboards from most gaming brands use non-standard layouts that make finding compatible keycaps slightly more difficult. You're also only buying 60 keycaps, so maybe sometimes you're even saving a buck or two there. These are the biggest pros that go with the form factor, but are definitely a lot of cons and things you need to get used to if you want to make the switch. For starters, the missing keys. Yes, you are missing all the F keys at the top row, you don't have any arrows, and even simple functions like deleting a file or taking a screenshot require you to click a combination of keys to achieve. And that's the key here. You want to delete a file, function backspace. You want to take a print screen, function P. You want to access any function of the top row, just function plus a number from the 1 to the plus sign. And most of these alternate functions are labeled on the side of the keycap. At first, it will be difficult and you will feel a certain urge to just go back because simple things shouldn't be complicated to do. But if you insist and persist, soon enough you'll be doing them almost as quickly as if you had the dedicated keys. But if you are like me and need a lot of these missing keys regularly, you will find that things, even after 6 months, are unnecessarily hard. For example, the arrow keys for video editing are an essential tool for fine timeline movement, and I still find it more comfortable to use the arrows with my right hand, which is impossible with this keyboard since I have wrists and they don't turn 180 degrees. Other things like Ctrl-Alt-Delete require a 4th key press on the function key, so you kind of have to do a bit of a hand Jenga to be able to fit all of them, but I don't know, who's contacting the Windows gods that regularly to feel annoyed at this? And that's about it. I guess this wouldn't be a keyboard video from me without a final conclusion that leans me ever closer to building a custom keyboard. So here it is. 60% keyboards are tiny and comfortable to use. You have to do a little bit of Jenga sometimes, but if you don't want to do that and still want something small, you always have 65, 68, even 75% keyboards if you need a function row up top. But I guess it will still be a couple of years until mainstream brands start branching out to those extra sizes instead of just doing 60% like most brands have been doing recently. Me, I'm probably gonna build my first custom mechanical keyboard in the summer if things go according to plan, so I'll let you know in a lot of videos if the grass really is greener on the other side, or if it's just as yellow. Oh, but you hear but it's absolutely nothing about grass or keyboards of any size. You're just here for some feline action, and I will surely share it with you. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and stick around, and yeah, bye!